Ahoy everyone, CPT-MAELSTROM here. In this new update, we got a new behemoth, Phaelanx, or Phalanx. I just call it Phalanx. You can find Phalanx in Blazeworks. You can unlock Blazeworks in the Slayer's Pet. When you kill a behemoth, you get 1 stack of Energized. Each stack gives 5% move speed. This buff can be stacked up maximum 6 times. It has 3-minute duration, and when you kill a behemoth, refresh the duration. This works well with the new Huntpass Omnicell and can help you closing the gap between 2 behemoths when farming XP. So, when you get 1 stack of Energized, you can interact with the valves around the map. There are 6 valves. You or other players have to interact with them. When every valve is turned on, the event starts. So in short, to start the event, you have to kill 1 behemoth, go around the map, interacting with the 6 valves. Then wait 1.5 minutes for the event to start. Or just kill a behemoth instead waiting. The event starts with a Dire and a Lesser Shrike. Lesser Shrike has only about 12,000 health, while the Dire Shrike has 110,000 health. If you kill the Dire one, the Lesser also dies, so it's just faster to focus the Dire. Also, because the Lesser spawns back. When the Shrike dies, Phalanx spawns. Stay away from the middle of the arena when it spawns. Sadly, I don't have much time to learn and show all the attacks and explain the attack pattern, but here's the full fight. The animations are similar or almost the same as other behemoths has. Most of the animations are copied from Shrike, but many animations are taken from Screeve and Skarn too. When you finish, you have to start again, so kill a behemoth, turn on the valves and wait. In Ramsgate, there's a quest to kill Phalanx. When completed, the next quest asks you to craft the armor set and the 7 weapons. When done, you have to slay Phalanx again while wearing the behemoth's full armor set, and you get 2 rumours. The new armor comes with a new cell, Omnisurge. This cell reduces the cooldown on the Omnicell ability. On higher ranks, it reduces the cooldown on Lantern ability after using the Omnicell ability. Sadly, it's not that useful as it sounds. I plan to make a separate video for this if I can. Currently on test server, Omnisurge Cell is unobtainable, so we can't get it from cores, middlemen, and can't even use cheats to add it, so be prepared, you might be unable to get this cell for a while. Both the armor and weapons has super high material cost, but don't worry, because Phalanx has super low part health. Also, with the exception of its leg, every part is severable. Phalanx has around 110,000 health, so similar to other behemoths on Blazeworks. Its head and wing has 11,000 health and the tail has 18,000. These parts are severable, so slash weapons dealing 50% more part damage to these. This means X, especially with Pangar unique effect, can one-shot parts easily if it crits. So you have to deal total 83,000 part damage, which is only 65,000 core damage. So half of Phalanx's total health to break every part. In short, getting breaks is easy. So back to armors. The helmet comes with Omnisurge and utility slot. The body armor comes with parasitic and defense slot. Clothes with Omnisurge and utility slot, and legs with fleet-footed and mobility slot. The armor's not gonna be meta for sure, but might work well with Tempest and Lantern focus builds, which I really don't recommend. The weapons has Aetherec evasion as innate perk, utility and mobility slots. These cell slots doesn't matter if you bond the weapon to Torgadoro. As I mentioned before, the crafting cost is a bit expensive. To craft and power surge every armor and weapon, you need total 426 legs, 56 head, 36 tail, 36 wings, 130 common, 55 rare, and 22 epic parts. As you can see, the legs and head are the most problematic ones. Even if you break both legs every time, it takes 63 kills, so I would say it would take around 80 to 100 kills to get everything. In solo, it's kind of a pain to finish the event, kill one behemoth, activate valves, wait. With this, it takes about 10 minutes to kill Phalanx once, so to make things faster, I recommend to switch instances, so join a Blazework in public until you find an ongoing event. And since it's very simple to activate the event, I'm sure it will be always active. This is how the armor set and the weapons look like. The weapons looks really awesome, but the armor is the very opposite of this. The helmet looks like Boros, the body armor is like having a beer belly. The gloves and the legs has nothing unique in them. Thankfully, we got the rumours after completing the crafting quest. The weapons comes with a bit weird unique effect. The description is a bit complicated, also wrong, so let me explain how it works. When you hit a behemoth part, it gets marked. When you deal damage to a behemoth, there's a chance you get a missile. Each missile deals damage, and you can have maximum 4 missiles. When you dodge, you shoot the missiles on the marked part, or rather towards the marked part, because even if the part is marked, the missiles can hit a different part. When you have one missile, you deal 150 base damage, as known as motion value, once. With 2 missiles, you deal 150 motion value 4 times. With 3 missiles, you deal 150 motion value 9 times, and with 4 missiles, you deal 150 motion value 16 times. So, with 4 missiles, you deal 2400 motion value on one part. When you shoot the missiles, the 90-second cooldown starts. So, this is extremely similar to Pangar unique effect, which marks a part, and when you deal enough damage on that part, the mark explodes, dealing damage to nearest parts up to 5 parts. But Pangar has 4500 motion value and deals stagger, and can be activated faster, so this new unique effect is super bad. Maybe on weapons which cannot use Hellion unique effect that well, so Axe and Hammer, it can be okay, but I really don't recommend using it in this state. Also, if you dodge before you get 4 missiles, the damage will be super low. Like as I said, on 3 missiles it deals only half as much damage compared to 4 missiles. So, back to our rumors. After completing the crafting quest and killed Phalanx again in its armor set, you get 2 Phalanx rumor quest, which gives an alternative helmet and body armor transmog. Unlike other rumors, this has only 5 parts. I would rate the base armor 3 out of 10 and the rumor cosmetics 7 out of 10. The feathers looking very nice. Compared to the base armor, it's more fancy, but coloring it is really bad. None of the yellow colors looks gold on it, and my main color Blood Moon, which is supposed to be red, it's dark purple, but the weapons are a solid 9. Well, that's everything about the new behemoth. Thank you guys for watching. If the video was helpful, make sure to drop a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. See you guys next time.